Legend ZA is the newest Pokemon game coming out in 2025 and will take place entirely within Lumio City, located within the Kalos region. So what does this mean for the story, gameplay loop, and available Pokemon? Let's talk about it. The Kalos region is based on the northern half of metropolitan France, with Lumio City sitting as an equivalent to Paris. The trailer showed Lumio City is undergoing an urban redevelopment plan. This would mean that Lumio City has already been established, so we will not have gameplay during the war that takes place 3,000 years before Pokemon X and Y. And since the game takes place entirely within Lumio City, it will be after the construction of Arfoon Palace, so the game will take place around 200 to 250 years before Pokemon X and Y. Legends Arceus was based heavily on historical events, which means Legends ZA will also be based off of historical events. Most likely the Paris renovations started in the 1850s. A story focused around building up Lumio City to what we see in X and Y is definitely a new direction for the Pokemon series. Will we see AZ and his Floette return? Let me know what you think the story will be down below. A Pokemon game to take place within only one city is a big change from the normal gameplay loop we have grown accustomed to with Pokemon. We won't be able to find new Pokemon in the wild grass and routes linking the cities across the vast region. With the focus being on redevelopment, the gameplay might be Pokemon's take on a city building sim. This could open the door for wild Pokemon encounters to come from open spaces being added to the city, such as various park-like biomes that can be placed throughout the city to attract different wild Pokemon. But there are also tons of games that take place only in one city that do not feel restricted, such as GTA and Spider-Man. Quests to solve crimes, find missing items, deliver goods, defeat Pokemon terrorizing neighborhoods, and more can be content to really flesh out the world. We could also see raids from wild Pokemon similar to the Rampage quests that we see in Monster Hunter Rise, depending on if we see the same movement mechanics and boss fights that we saw within Legends Arceus. What do you think the gameplay loop is going to look like for Legends ZA? Megas are returning, which is not only exciting for the chance of new Pokemon to receive Megas, but also help us narrow down what the starters could be. For each of the returning starters, we will see a regional variant and a unique Mega Evolution, which means that we can filter out the Generation 6 starters and any starter that has a Mega Evolution except for one. Since the game is a Legends ZA, we could see a regional form of Charizard and a new Mega Z Charizard, which would also make me believe that Mewtwo could get another Mega Evolution as well. 5 choices each are left for the Grass and Water starters, but if they continue with the idea of beauty and regal imagery, Snivy and Popplio are likely to be the other starters. Since the game is isolated to one city, bringing in Zygarde, Yveltal, and Xerneas will be tricky, but there is a good chance we will either see mega forms of these Pokemon, or we will get complete forms for both Yveltal and Xerneas, since Zygarde has a complete form starting in Generation 7. What other Pokemon do you think will get new regional forms for Mega Evolutions? Let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Pokemon.